The rain had been falling for hours, turning the deserted highway into a silver ribbon of shimmering reflections as I drove home from my evening shift. The wipers struggled to clear the windshield, and thunder grumbled in the distance like the sky was tired of holding itself together. That's when I saw her, standing beside a small blue car with its hood open, steam pouring out like a broken kettle. She had one arm raised, trying to flag someone down, but cars kept rushing past without slowing. Something about the scene punched straight into my chest. Maybe it was the way she stood so still despite the cold, or the fear hidden behind her brave expression. I slowed, rolled down my window, and called out, "Hey! Are you okay?" She gave a small, nervous smile and stepped closer. Up close, I saw she was soaked, shivering, and trying hard not to cry. "My car died," she said. "My phone's dead too. I've been here for almost an hour." Her voice trembled. I didn't know what to do. I told her to get in my car where it was warm. She hesitated at first, because, let's be honest, a strange guy offering a ride at night isn't exactly comforting, so I stepped back and raised my hands in the air like I was surrendering. "Look, I get it. I just don't want you freezing out here. You can sit in the back if it makes you feel safer." Something in her face softened, and she nodded. Once she was inside, she held her arms close to her chest, trying to warm her fingertips. I handed her a towel from the glove compartment and turned the heater up. "I'm Noah," I said. "A mechanic shop is 10 miles away, but it's closed by now. Where can I drop you?" She bit her lip anxiously. "I don't really have anywhere tonight. I was driving to a friend's place, but she's out of town now, and I didn't know." Her breath shook. "I don't know anyone else around here." Something protective surged inside me. Without thinking too much, I said the first thing that came to my heart: "You can come home with me. My mom will love you." She stared at me, wide-eyed. I immediately added, "Not like that, I mean, my mom is the type of woman who won't let you walk out of the house without feeding you 3 times. We've helped strangers before." A tiny, exhausted laugh escaped her. "Your mom sounds safe." "She is," I said. "And she'll be happy someone finally took the emergency lasagna out of the freezer." That made her smile, really smile, for the first time. On the drive home, she told me her name was Avery. She was traveling between cities for an internship interview, trying to restart her life after a rough year, loss, job troubles, friends drifting away. As she talked, I realized something: she wasn't just tired. She was carrying the weight of too many battles fought alone. When we reached my house, my mom opened the door even before we stepped onto the porch. Her eyes went straight to Avery's drenched clothes, and without hesitation she wrapped her in a warm blanket like she had been waiting for her all along. "Oh honey, you're freezing. Come inside, Noah, get her some dry clothes. And put water on the stove." Mom fussed around her like Avery was long-lost family. Avery's expression softened, and something warm flickered in her eyes, something like relief, something like safety. Dinner was laughter, gentle teasing, and steaming bowls of soup. Mom kept squeezing Avery's hand every few minutes as if silently saying, "You're safe now." Later that night, when I showed Avery to the guest room, she paused in the doorway. "Thank you," she whispered. "I don't know why you stopped for me, but I feel like, maybe today I was saved." I smiled, scratching the back of my neck as heat crept up my face. "Anyone would have done it." "No," she said softly. "Not anyone." Her eyes held something deep, something quietly shifting. And in that moment, I didn't know that meeting her would change everything, not just for her, but for me too. Because sometimes life doesn't knock. Sometimes it breaks down on the roadside and waits for the right heart to stop. Avery stayed the night, and morning sunlight spilled into the house with a gentle warmth that felt different, as if life itself had shifted a little bit overnight. I woke up early, thinking she might feel awkward waking among strangers, but she was already in the kitchen with Mom, laughing softly over pancakes. The sight tugged at something inside me. Avery looked peaceful, almost glowing in the morning light. Mom gave me a smug grin as I walked in, as if she already knew what the future had planned for us. After breakfast, I drove Avery back to her car, planning to tow it to my friend's shop. But she didn't get out immediately. Instead, she sat quietly, staring at her hands. "Noah. I haven't felt this safe in a long time," she finally said. "Your mom, your home, even you." Her voice wavered. I didn't know kindness like this still existed. I shifted slightly, unsure how to respond. "You don't have to thank me. Seriously." She looked at me. Then, really looked, and the sincerity in her gaze made my breath catch. "I do," she whispered. "You didn't just stop your car. You stopped the world from crushing me." Her words hit harder than she realized. As I checked her engine, she stepped beside me, watching closely. Our hands brushed once, accidentally, but neither of us moved away. The moment stretched between us like a gentle spark. The repairs took an hour, and when I finished, Avery stood silently, biting her lip. "I don't want to leave," she admitted. "Not yet. Not without. I don't know, feeling like this isn't just a moment that disappears." My heart thudded. What if it doesn't have to disappear? Her eyes widened. "What do you mean?" "I mean, you could come for dinner again. Or visit. Or call. Or," I took a slow breath. "Or maybe, we could get to know each other. On purpose." Her lips trembled into the softest smile. "I'd like that." The next days felt like they belonged to a storybook, Avery coming over to help Mom cook, me teaching her how to fix small things around her car, the three of us sharing meals like a family that had been waiting for her empty seat to be filled. And slowly, gently, she let me into the parts of her life she usually kept guarded, her struggles, her heartbreak, her fears of trusting too easily. One evening, we sat on the porch watching the sunset burn orange across the sky. She leaned her head on my shoulder and sighed. "Do you ever feel like you were meant to meet someone?" "Yeah," I whispered, my pulse racing. "Right now." She lifted her head, eyes shining. "Noah. I don't know where my life is going yet. I'm still figuring things out. Then let me be there while you figure it out." I met her gaze with everything I had. "You don't have to walk alone anymore." Her breath shivered into a smile. And in that quiet golden moment, she leaned in and kissed me, soft, warm, full of gratitude and hope. It felt like the universe exhaled. Mom saw us through the window, of course, and pretended not to smile, though she failed miserably. Weeks passed, and Avery got the internship she had been traveling for. She celebrated the news with us over a home-cooked dinner Mom insisted on making from scratch. Life felt full, bright, beautifully unpredictable. Sometimes I'd catch Avery watching me with a look that made my chest tighten, a look that said she finally believed she deserved good things. One night, she whispered, "You saved me that day." I brushed a strand of hair from her face. "Maybe you saved me too." And just like that, a broken-down car on a rainy night became the beginning of a love story none of us expected, but all of us needed. If you're reading this and felt even a tiny spark of emotion, if the story touched you, made you smile, or made you believe in kindness again, backhand index pointing right, please subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more emotional, powerful stories your way. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to help the story reach more hearts. Red heart sparkles.